Oh, fudge. I didn't change it. Da, 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 da. Da. Hello everyone, welcome to the circus. I'm Hita Fire Trevor, and I'm your... Oh. Why does...
There we go.
Oh, look
Yeah,
at
this is
me.
interesting.
Oh no!
I am ahead.
No, wait. I'll fix it.
It's
I'll
okay.
fix it.
You can just put up a PNG of me.
Oh, look, you've got little marketable plushies.
There we go. Now we have the correct
Whoa,
photo.
Titan. Na 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 na.
Also, I just want to say, I don't know if I've seen your logo before, but it looks really cute.
Yeah, it's
I haven't had my logo displayed on that many occasions actually. Yeah. Okay. There we go. Anyway, here we are, waiting on Raphael or Ray, or however you want.
Raf.
Raph, yeah.
Raf.
Yeah, we're waiting on her. So let's just recap what happened previously. Like we had our first trial and everything.
In the previous episode of Grey's Attorney Chronicles.
Kind of.
What did we do? We saved
We kind of just
ourselves.
yeah, pretty much ourselves. We defended ourselves from being committed of being yeah, accused of being
murder.
Yeah, of
Murder.
of Watson.
Moira.
Such a shame that Watson is dead in this game now.
Yeah, that one case that Phoenix was in where he was accused of murder.
That was...
And he was framed by his ex-girlfriend.
Yeah, that was Trials and Tribulations, the third.
Yeah, I really like that. that case.
Girlfriend, what do you think? He's gay. Phoenix Wright is his boyfriend.
True. But what about bisexual representation?
Okay, true. Yeah, you got a point.
A Viking, Phoenix Wright,
Viking, yep.
also a daddy.
Oh my
Because
god.
he adopts a daughter
Does he
in
really?
Apollo Justice. Yeah,
Apollo Justice is cool.
Apollo Justice is so good. And there's also Hobo Phoenix. Hi,
Hobo
Oroka.
Phoenix?
Hey there, Autocat. Kasuru. Thanks for lurking. Thanks for joining the show here.
If I'm hosting and people are just gonna go to you, maybe I should just open up your stream so I can see the comments. That
Maybe.
might be a smart idea.
If you're a host, I don't know, you won't see the chat. Hey,
No,
hey,
I won't
Ox
do
Ryan.
that.
I'm doing good. I'm kind of stuffy today, so I suppose I'll just refrain from voicing too many characters in this episode. So I'll be usually relying on my collaborators.
Yes, we will be working.
Yeah,
then
now I
again,
can see all
there's
the
a,
messages.
then again, there's a lot of new characters to be introduced in this chapter, so there's a lot of new
Ooh.
characters to
Right,
actually
there
voice.
is.
Oh, there's the new assistant, the new Maya.
Raph does
well.
it, right? I think so.
Raphael is
Yeah.
actually getting some voice work in this episode.
Yeah, I know. I'm so
Finally.
happy for her.
As the assistant,
It took so long for her to be able to use that character. I'm glad she's gonna be like a mainstay.
she is gonna be
Yeah.
a mainstay now in more than one way.
Oh, wait, who's gonna
boy.
do Sherlock?
I'm excited for
Sherlock.
I'm excited for the next game as well, for the second game, because man, oh man, she was going to get a roll and a half.
Oh,
Yeah, she's getting a big role in the next one.
You know, like
Oh.
I can't wait to stop voicing. Fucking
You
you
ouchie.
can't wait to stop. Ah, okay, ouchie. Oh my gosh.
Like it was funny at first, and then God, his
King.
personality just oof.
Wow,
I
we
can't. I
hate
want to
him.
see who the next prosecutor. Because you said he's like a tutorial
Oh.
prosecutor, right?
He's always a
Yeah, he
tutorial
is.
prosecutor. Yeah.
So I'm wondering who the next one's gonna be. Because I haven't played this game.
Oh,
I
there's
am
gonna be a main.
I'm excited for
antagonist?
you because
Oh,
and
I want to know.
by the way, thank you for the follow, Commander Steve. Welcome to the circus. Hope you'll enjoy your stay. We're kind of waiting on our last collaborator here in this collab to actually continue. To actually boot up the game. Well, actually, I could boot up the game in advance already. Just
I
set it
could
up.
go through the gallery once again.
Ah,
Look at the beautiful
we can actually
sprites.
do that. We can do
I'm trying,
that.
to,
yeah.
I'm trying to draw the ear of a character, right? And it's like a specially shaped one.
Oh,
So I'm like doing it
Okay.
on my own, and I'm like, wow, I can't get it to look right. And then I just think to myself, with how simple the ear is, I could just trace it.
Hey,
And I'm like,
there's
wait a
Stanley.
minute. The it's for ransom, so they're like a sea slug. So the ears are like, they're not normal ears. It's kind of like rounded.
Sea
so I wanna
slug.
get the right shape.
So let's go
When
to the
you draw,
game.
it's
Let's
okay.
go to the gaming screen so that I can show everyone the freaking
also,
gallery.
don't forget to screen share.
Yeah.
Yeah, I will.
So
I
we can
will.
see
Just
too.
just one moment. We haven't properly set
No,
up.
faster, faster.
Oh,
Right now.
there you go. There you go.
Nice.
Yay.
Peer pressure here.
We want game.
You wouldn't-
Anyway, let's see. Gallery. What do we have here? We have our main protagonist,
He's,
Ryosuke
like,
Naruhodo.
Isn't he? But it
Huh?
looks like he has like a nice body on him.
Mm. I like this design as
Skinny
well,
legend.
actually.
You skin not a
Skinny
photo.
legend! But it is more like a
Oh
twonk.
God, look at his hair though. I
This
kinda
is
like,
all
like,
his
the
concept
first
art.
Version.
I don't like the first one.
You mean this one?
You know,
Oh wait,
No, I
the,
don't like it
I'm
that
not
the
much.
one on the
streaming the
top
game.
left. See, the thing is, like, with that hairstyle, he looks a lot more mature.
It looks more like Phoenix in
Let's see.
with that one. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he's he's
There we
an ancestor of Phoenix. So I
Yeah,
mean,
Yeah, he's an
Yes.
ancestor, so I suppose it fits.
The
Kinda.
second one, I especially don't like the one
oh
on
my
the right.
god, what if his hair evolved
Oh my
Oh my.
gosh!
as the story went on? Imagine.
How about
He
his...
just keeps getting bad haircuts. Ooh, he looks so nerdy with the glasses.
Yeah, he does.
Oh my gosh. I kind of like the short hair.
Oh, okay. So the comment here is the male hairstyle during the period of the Meiji Japan were nowhere near as decisive as they are today. They're either cropped short, side parted, or swept back.
Hmm.
Yeah, there weren't that many of them. Yeah.
I wrestled with the various
Yeah.
options to create something that was realistic and faithful to the period, and to Ryu in this case personality, while being suggestive of his descendants' manga style hair.
Hmm.
So yeah.
I really like the hat.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's so
Hat
cute.
Distract myself.
Chibi
I was
videos,
stuck on
okay.
the hairstyle.
Oh well, I don't want to.
Biscuit.
This is.
Yeah. I wonder what her concept sketches looked like.
Let's see.
Aww,
Oh, I
she's
like the
so
one on the right.
cute.
These are so cute.
I like all of them. Aww.
I love
Oh,
how
that
that
is
little
so
spike of
cool.
hair reaches out from underneath of his head.
Yeah. I
There's
like
not
how
many
they
concepts
incorporated-
for her actually. She kind of
Yeah, they
settled
incorporated the
into.
spikes, even though he has short hair.
Yeah, that little spike.
Hmm. Well, here
Wait,
we have.
Back one, the one right before there.
is it?
How she would appear alongside him. I think the contrast in conduct and bearing between the two helps to establish her as a thermal. Okay. So he's got sharper hair and she is very round, is what he was getting at. Okay.
Right.
Makes sense.
Here we have the great character.
A snack.
The snack.
Yeah.
Over here, like, what kind of Sour Patch Kids you got in those test tubes, man? You want to show?
Mm. Yeah, he is such a great character in this game.
Oh,
I'm wondering who is gonna voice him, to be
the
honest.
flower design. Oh, iris crust. The cogbeater represents the Industrial Revolution. No way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Sholmes.
Well, we're still calling him Holmes if you don't mind.
We're never calling him Sholmes.
No.
Oh, the gun is so cool. Why he shoots like the little Sour Patch Kids?
You'll
Uh,
actually
now they're just called Sour
we'll
Patch Kids.
we'll see what the concoctions are. We'll see what the concoctions are like really at the start of the cutscene of the next chapter. For the
Oh,
coming
cool,
chapter, so
cool.
Look at his little fanny pack.
So steampunk.
Literally a
these
fanny pack.
are
It's on his ass.
definitely.
Yeah. Oh, this. shoes
Oh yeah,
are
actually in the
cool.
comments here already it's kind of like explained here. What's it all about?
Oh, much moderner.
You know, what if it's a tea gun? Has anyone here seen that
Actually,
anime clip? It's this big ass gun and then she just pours tea out of it when she pulls the trigger.
I don't think I know it.
It's really fun. Looking.
But the pipe like becomes like a little part of the gun. Oh my god.
It's a silencer almost. In a way.
Wow.
Sholmes,
Oh, the
Holmes is-
goggles.
the different designs for the goggles and everything.
It looks really funny with the goggles on from the front.
Yeah.
Oh,
Without his
puffy
without his
hair?
coat and hat on and everything.
Wait, his hair looks like that underneath the deer
Wait a minute. Yeah, wait,
stalker?
go back. His hair is like a grayish. Wait. Oh yeah, it is.
Yeah, it is.
With the rest of his coat, it makes it look more yellow to me. So
Oh,
I got
yeah.
confused.
Maybe.
Yeah, it does look kind of blonde, but like dirty blonde, like
Mm-hmm.
gray blonde.
Look at his
He's
face.
so puffy. His hair is so puffy. He reminds me of
Yeah,
the
here are
protagonist of,
early
Steins-
Holmes
Steins Gate.
sketches, maybe. A whole different thing.
Oh,
And then we
so
have Iris.
cute.
But we haven't met her yet, and
Kuto.
she will
Oh, I
not
like
appear
her
till.
dress.
Yeah, she's cute. She's
Gun?
like
Gun?
There's so many guns in this game.
I wonder who's gonna voice her actually. She's really witty and childish, but really genius.
Oh, like a tiny genius.
She like a brat?
Oh.
She pretty much
I can do brat.
she pretty much invents all Sherlock Holmes's investigation equipment.
Oh, she's a little scientist.
Hmm.
A little Emma Sky.
Pretty much.
Oh my gosh, stop.
Oh my! I didn't knew about this actually.
I want this so
These are
bad.
felt
Yeah,
gold
man,
charms
we're-
that Iris
we're
has
looking at
attached
these
to
while
her
we
backpack.
wait for our last collaborator.
Oh yeah,
The
is
bear
this
and the-
Momo in chat? Or Raphael? Manton is either Momo or Raphael.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, oops.
Raphael.
You still eating, Raf? You're coming? Okay, that's cool. Anyway, let's see.
Just
The
drooling
Bear and the
over
Horror
the
based
characters.
on Iris and Holmes, and they were originally going to be instrumental in the story, shown in a lot of close-up detail. Okay.
Hmm. So they weren't like included in the end.
No, apparently not.
Well, they should have made merchandise of it.
Oh
I
yeah,
want
this
it.
this definitely would have been great merchandise. Man, these are
Oh,
different
cute.
looks for it. Though this more represents the bear on the charm. How she looks there.
with the
Although her
hair.
buns in her original one, I think,
Yeah, pretty much.
do it as well. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, it made it
cute.
sort of magical girl. That's cute.
Animations.
Mm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, definitely.
Magical girl. Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
Wow, they really went.
Adorable.
They really went deep into this element first before she got completely redesigned, huh?
Yeah, they really went for like the magical girl. Ah!
Best boy, right?
King.
My man, my husband, my dream.
Yes. Our
He's
husband.
constantly
Communist.
doing such monkey.
What?
Hey!
Raphael.
Oh, Ray. Why are you on the... Okay. Overlay. Why are you doing this?
Oh, she's flying. She's an
She's just
angel.
flying.
That's what they do.
Do not do that.
I am flooded.
Just one
Oh.
moment.
Can
Ta 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 ta.
you grab her individually?
Yeah, I'm doing that. There we go.
Big wings cover the.
Now my wings
The game.
darker.
Are you far away from your mic, Ray?
Yes, a bit. Okay, I am closer now.
Okay, cool.
Okay, yeah, there we go.
Is it better?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
way better. Yes. You're gonna be actually voicing a lot, Ray. Hope you're prepared. Hope you are prepared. Found out we're all here because Momo couldn't make it, so we'll just
Yes,
continue the story, I suppose.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm excited.
It was closet
Let's
on
get
the outside of their house.
let's get to chapter 2, the adventures of the unbreakable speckled band.
Big words.
Big words.
Pretty much.
Not the big words.
Yes, last time we finished the tutorial.
Yep.
Finally.
I read that as sloths instead of shoals.
やって通気口からシューッと低くうなるような音が聞こえてきた。
I'm surprised the writing here is actually in English, like
Oh,
on the
it's
actual
actually-
paper.
闇の一点を
Oh my, they really went out of their way to
Yeah.
actually translate it, the handwriting also in Sholmes.
私がランプの遮光板を上げると部屋の情景がぼんやり浮かび上がった。
The handwriting was actually also in English in the original version,
Ah, okay. I was curious about that. Wow.
which is why I'm surprised they redid the writing and made it Sholmes instead of Holmes.
その恐ろしい
They had
正体こそが
Yeah.
こいつだったのだよ、ワトソン。
Maybe
Wilson.
because it's
And still the
exaggerated.
the voice acting still in Japanese still says Watson and Holmes, so
それは世にも恐ろしいまだらの紐だった。
Speckled band.
yeah, I kind of like how they're kind of like implementing Sherlock's stories and
Yeah.
intros
Yeah,
for
because-
these chapters as well.
I remember there was a story about the snake.
Mm.
Oh, there we have the man itself.
謎解きを始めるとしようか。この機械な
Oh
る
my
殺人事件。
Voice acting.
その真相をね。失礼。犯行時、扉は内側から
Yes,
缶抜きが
steampunk.
缶抜きが再興された。
Yeah, it's Raphael.
犯行の際、この現場は完全な密室状態だったわけだ。被害者は死の間際にメッセージを残したようだ。
Mm.
ここに落ちているインクを使って書いたと考えられる。
Hmm.
ロシア語。どうやら被害者はロシア人ということか。文字に全く乱れは感じられない。被害者は相当意識
I don't know.
見たことのない妙な文字だな。筆跡は
Japanese.
このメッセージとは明らかに違う。いや、これはむしろ人種が違うと断言してもいいかもしれない。
Right now we get to see what the fuck is going on because I don't know what that
The
is.
Sour Patch Kids.
Sour
Oh.
Patch Kid essence.
被害者
Oh,
自
it's like
身だったようだな。
investigative like powders and shit. Okay.
Mhm.
これはこれは。
Oh.
Where are your teeth, sir?
一体貴様は何なんだ。
What?
好き勝
Did
手
he get
しやが
You
って
must have a
sunburned?
really terrible sunburn. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, kinda.
その必要はない。どうやら今から5秒以内に諸君を犯人に紹介できそうだ。
Whoa.
バカを言うな。殺人現場だぞ。しかも奇怪な密室殺人だ。それでは密室の謎、その封印を解くとしましょうか。
Hmm.
まさかその中に犯人が。
一体君は何者なのだ。僕は大英帝
Did someone recognize that last sailor, actually?
シャーロック・ホームズ。
Last sailor.
So, the sailor that just spoke earlier. Okay, you missed him.
I need to see him
No, I
again.
didn't recognize him.
Okay.
Like we just made Hita very sad.
Is he a reference to
No,
the
not,
original
not,
games?
not at all. Okay, that's me. Ugh, my head is throbbing. What's going on? Something's not right here. There's trouble in here?
Are we on the boat?
We are on the boat, yeah.
Oh.
Wait, I can't move.
It was a wild night.
Oh no.
Fuck? Why does
Yeah,
he keep getting
what
chained
the-
up?
Why am I in handcuffs?
Well, you need better security.
Yeah.
Don't tell
Um,
me it was Ryonosuke in the closet.
He was.
Oh my god.
Oh,
Is
he
it
was
just
in the
him?
closet.
Constantly
He's being
defending
accused.
himself?
He's being accused of murder again.
No.
Oh my god.
Really?
Are you fucking... Come on.
So I don't know who's this. So we're just gonna skip the first
And
line.
again,
Okay.
he's also chained
Oh,
up
it's
in the
so
closet, so how is he the fucking killer?
Right?
So who's gonna voice this sailor? All the
I
all
don't
the sailors except for one are kind of Russian, by the way.
They're Russian. How do Russian people speak?
I don't know.
I'm not sure.
You can just speak as your one actually.
Yeah, right. We had to drag you out of the wardrobe. I do not believe how you could not wake up. You're a true cold-blooded man.
You. You found me then?
Ah, we found you. And now you pay, criminal.
I love it with a K.
It's my Russian,
Criminal,
maybe.
I guess. How long are you hiding in that tiny wardrobe,
Sorry.
Now you have been found. It is time to admit your crimes. It's become slightly German now. unless you want to find out how cold the ocean is,
No. I'll tell you everything.
Maybe
This is
Sherlock.
this is probably Sherlock.
Oh,
We'll do
big role.
Sherlock.
cool.
I think Kutu.
Me?
Let's
Yeah,
let's
he's the
kids handle it.
best.
Yeah.
What kind of
Nice
voice
British,
do I give him?
nice
And
British
also-
accent.
Only one
You
thing
want to
I'd
do a
like
British
to-
accent?
No, it always devolves to be a little bit Australian, so please just.
Okay,
It's okay,
well.
it's okay.
There's only one thing I'd like to know from you.
Make it Australian.
Isn't that? Oh wait, actually, it's not. It's
it was me.
Makato.
Ah,
Sorry.
It's
Rafael.
Susato.
Why did you do it? Why did you take his life?
Sato
Yo.
just became a man for me.
Miss Susato?
Hello.
Wait,
I can't
what
believe
did
you're
you
a
just
murderer.
say? Take his life?
I love how she's like, "How could you have done it, even though you were just in a trial for where someone framed you for murder?"
Where is he? Where's Kazuma?
Yo,
No?
where's Kazuma?
Wait a fucking minute.
What? No?
No,
No,
guys,
don't
no,
tell
I'm gonna
me,
cry.
guys. No,
Excuse me?
no.
You
Excuse
pretend
me?
you do not know. You are a wolf in sheep's pelt. You are the killer. Do not try to make excuses.
The fuck?
Yo,
Excuse me.
this better not be it. No.
Kazuma-sama was.
No!
Kazuma-sama's
I swear to fucking God.
Kazuma-sama's body was discovered
cry.
not long ago.
Oh no, bro.
Oh, no. Really? I can't
They
believe that.
really
I
did us
fucking knew
in.
he was like Mia. God damn it.
I was like Mia. He really was.
I love how you were like, yeah, he's sort of a mainstay. Like he'll be around later. I mean, he's fucking dead. How is that possible?
I couldn't spoil it
That's so
for you.
sad.
I really
Oh,
couldn't
bro.
spoil it, so I had to lie there.
Oh wow, we're
His-
devastated.
His soul will stay with us though, because
Keep him in our kokoros.
Oh, Kazuma.
Kazuma-san.
He had such a huge life ahead of him. Fuck.
yeah, I know.
Okay, now I really want to know who fucking killed him.
Yes,
Right.
and why?
Get on his ass.
So
Throw him overboard. Drown him in the ocean.
Yeah.
yeah,
I'm
pretty
so
much.
sad. I didn't expect that.
I didn't expect it either. When I first played it, I was like, freaking hell.
Oh.
Oh, wow.
Okay, let's read Susato. Here, in this very cabin. That was bolted shut from the inside.
His body?
They were in the same room, locked up together. What were they doing?
You know.
Exactly what they were doing.
Do not try to tell us you were doing this terrible thing in your sleep.
Kazuma's
Have your way with me
Dead?
before my death. It's coming
Ah!
soon.
he can't be.
Last wish.
Yeah.
And these handcuffs. Surely you don't think I...
They were like
Good to
doing
know.
some hardcore stuff right before shit went down.
Wow.
Why did you take Kazuma-sama's life?
Wait, did they cuff him after they found him? Probably.
Answer
right?
me, please.
Yeah, maybe.
No. Okay, I'm not gonna shout in my current condition.
Yeah, we're gonna shout for you because we're sad.
That's what
Kazuma.
I already shouted it. So.
Yeah, I know. I was just 2 short weeks. It was just 2 short weeks ago. Are you sure about this? Won't we get in trouble?
Don't you find it fun being a stowaway? Besides, how else could you come to England with me to study?
It was really something else when they brought you your luggage in here earlier, though. The way the Russian crewman just tossed your traveling case into the floor. I thought I was going to die.
Yes, I still can't quite believe that. I really didn't think you'd be able to fit inside my trunk. Oh, that's how.
You
Oh,
fit
that's
all
why I
the
said he was gonna
junk?
die.
Inside that trunk?
You must be even less of a man than you look. Wow, Cosmo. Damn.
Honestly, I thought I'd broken every bone in my body.
Well, it's about 50 days until we dock in Great Britain. 50 days? Jesus. But if you confine yourself to my cabin here, I don't expect anyone will discover you.
I hope not. I got the feeling that those Russians wouldn't be very forgiving of a stowaway.
They're a sturdy bunch, that's for sure.
What I want to know is, why do we need to keep it a secret from the young lady?
From our faithful judicial assistant Mikotoba, you mean?
From your close friend. More to the point. Surely we could confide in her, couldn't we? I don't believe she'd give me away.
No, but if she knew what we'd done, that would make her guilty by association. Cosmo's thinking smart here. It's best that
Aw.
only you and I know about this.
I suppose so.
Anyway, it's about the time that the steward is supposed to come and clean the cabin. Oh, it's the fucking steward, isn't it? I know it's cramped, but you'd better get in there, I think. It won't be for long. And anyway, compared to hiding inside my traveling case, it'll be a breeze.
Yes, but if the steward decides to open the wardrobe for some reason, that will be in. Then I'll be in it for it.
Stop worrying. I tell you what, why don't you write "keep out" or something on this piece of paper?
What?
Then I can stick it over the wardrobe doors once you're inside.
I don't know.
Or Katsuma.
We've only been at sea for about 15 days. How can this have happened? We're supposed to be going on an adventure to England together.
It was supposed to like stay hidden for like 3 months.
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it was 50 days, so it was a month and a half.
Yeah.
Just about.
It was
Oh yeah,
hiding
like,
in the
yeah,
closet
almost a
only
month.
when the steward was
He was
there, so-
supposed to be hiding inside the room, and when the steward was going into
Yeah.
closets, yeah.
Yeah. That's like 2 months inside the same room, man.
Yeah.
I
I mean,
hope with
it's
this
current.
case, they actually give us a fucking motive, because the last one, she never actually
Mm.
said why she killed him.
Well, we'll see when we investigate, won't we?
Mm.
I guess so.
They all tie together.
Anyway, sailor.
We leave you
Anyway.
on. We leave you at next port. Stay quiet until then. Don't make more trouble for yourself. Murder.
No, I'm not a murderer.
Ah, you said before. You said you admit everything about your crimes. Oh?
No, that's not right. I mean, yes, I did stow away in your ship, in the ship, but Murdering my best friend?
No one else could have done it. Admit the truth.
Susato-san. Please, tell me what happened. I need to know.
Very well. But there is something I would like to ask of you, too.
Those eyes. She looks like she's ready to destroy me. This nightmare is getting worse by the minute. I suppose all I can do is try to find out what really happened. So we get our first investigation, so we can actually interrogate people and everything.
Mm.
He really has been killed, hasn't he? This isn't just a bad dream. And these handcuffs, they think I did it? They think I'm Kazuma's killer?
When they find him, the cabin was locked from the inside.
What do you mean?
There's no access to the cabin via a port O window, and the bolt on the door can be operated from the outside. In other words, after the crime, the culprit couldn't have escaped for these 4 walls.
What?
Or to put it another way, the culprit can only have been somebody inside this cabin. Or do you have some other explanation?
This is impossible. How did he die then? What happened exactly?
Are you still going to deny the charge, even despite the circumstances?
Please, Susato-san, you have to tell me.
The cause of that is still undetermined.
They don't know how he died?
Ship's doctor is examining the body, but of course, he has no post-mortem analysis experience. I don't suppose we shall learn more. I don't suppose we shall learn more until an expert has been consulted at our next part of call.
So, presumably that means there were no obvious external signs of injury then.
That's true, yes.
About the incident. Can't anyone tell me what actually happened here, in this cabin? I don't understand it. Why would anyone want to kill Kazuma?
Presumably, that's something you know the answer to better than anyone.
Please.
Whatever you say, you were here in the cabin after all.
Well, yes, I was, but...
He would always wake before dawn and do his training first thing in the morning. I was waiting outside his cabin, as I have every day so far on this voyage. But this morning, he did not come. I could sense that he wouldn't.
Does that mean he was already dead when Susato-san arrived at his cabin door? I wonder.
I knocked it. Knocked it, yes. But there was no reply.
Reply. Yeah.
Then I started to become worried, so I went to find a member of the crew. The crewman forced the cabin door open, and when we managed to get inside,
Oh,
there was
Wait, he wrote in
Katsuma-sama.
Russian? What the fuck?
Yeah, that's... Whoa.
maybe it's just symbols.
No, that's
No,
Sherlock Holmes said it's
Holmes
Russian.
said well, it was
Yeah.
Russian. He determined that. So either the real killer just wrote that down himself.
Hmm.
Does he know Russian? No, he doesn't, right?
I
I
don't
don't
think
know.
so. I think
There was
Kazuma only knows English and Japanese.
And it was probably well,
Yeah.
the killer was
Mhm.
Russian, so
Russian.
we know it was they were Russian. We absolutely fucking know.
Interesting. There was Katsuma-sama collapsed on the floor.
And the white tape there now shows exactly where he was found, I suppose. I had no idea if anything had happened. I must have been asleep in the wardrobe somehow.
I wish it wasn't the case, but that's just very hard to believe.
Is it though?
Mm.
Is it though?
This is all
Also,
very hard
like-
for me too. Trust me.
When he wasn't in the closet, does it mean that during the night he was sleeping together with
Give me a
Kazu- in
second, guys. I
Kazuma's
need to
bed?
open the door for my cat. She's loud.
Yeah. Since there's only a bed, that means they were
I don't
sleeping
know how.
together.
I don't know how they slept.
Hey man, it's their business.
It
Did
would
you already
make sense. You
read
wouldn't
this
let your
line?
friends sleep in a
Okay.
closet.
Maybe somebody made him sleep actually, because he didn't hear anything about all Sherlock Holmes and everybody talking. That's so strange. Why he didn't wake up?
Yeah, he didn't wake up, right?
Ah, it's me.
Oh, sorry.
Oh.
You can still say it. Now you've the line
Um,
underneath.
Okay. Now I've told you everything that I know.
And now it's
So
this
it's my
line.
turn to ask you a question.
Yes. All right. Yeah, my head feels so heavy. Still throbbing like anything.
Why are you even on board this ship, Naruhodo-san? You said something before about being a stowaway, didn't you?
Oh, yes. I'm afraid that's true. It's 2 weeks since we've left Japan now, and I've been shut up in this cabin the entire time.
I had no idea. But how could you have occupied Kazuma-sama's cabin for so long without him noticing?
No. That would have been impossible, obviously.
Yes, of course.
Kazuma invited me. He wanted us to go to England together.
He actually asked you? But why?
I'm afraid I don't really know the reason myself.
I don't understand.
Kazuma, why do you want this? What's the real reason? Why go to such extreme lengths to smuggle me to England with you?
Because I'm in love with you.
Yeah, it's that easy.
It's an idea that's been on my mind ever since the end of that incredible trial. I think I told you then, didn't I? That you ought to become a lawyer yourself. Wasn't he already, though?
Ryosuke wasn't studying to be a lawyer. He was just a student at the university.
I get there.
Well, yes, you did say that, but I don't think you were serious.
You have a talent for it. I can assure you of that.
But I never really thought about becoming a lawyer.
Well, that's something you can decide for yourself. London is at the spearhead of cultural development, the center of the world in many ways. There can't be any harm in seeing such an important place with your own eyes, can there?
Well, no, definitely not.
But on a personal level, I love you. If you were to become a lawyer, then
Then what?
nothing. Forget it.
Hmm?
We could totally bone.
Only after you become a lawyer.
Only after you become a lawyer. I only fuck lawyers. Thank you.
Katsuma-sama was always saying the same thing. That he wanted to change the Japanese legal system. Perhaps he thought that he could do that with you.
Yes, maybe. But something's still bothering me a little. The look in his eyes then was darker than I've ever seen it before. Susato-san, I'm sorry that we kept it a secret from you. My stowaway thing, my stowing away on the ship, I mean.
Final Katsuma-sama. I expect he was trying to protect me to avoid me becoming guilty by association.
That's exactly right, yes. Worked perfect, in fact. Last night.
If you're not the culprit, then tell me. What happened last night here in this cabin?
Well, the thing is, I don't really remember. Kazuma brought me something to eat, just like he always did. And then I got myself into the wardrobe over there, just like I always did. After that, I...
Fell asleep?
Well, yeah.
So deeply that you didn't even stir when Katsuma-sama was killed?
Well, yes. I know it sounds unbelievable, really, I do. But it's the truth. If only I'd waken up, then perhaps I could have been in, wouldn't have been in this predicament. For some reason, my head is still hovering like anything.
Really?
Something wrong?
Oh, no, it's... Please forget it.
Suzuno-san, you have to believe me. I didn't do it.
I really don't want to doubt you. The trouble is, there is no one else who could possibly have done this.
Kazuma, I don't understand why. Why did it have to happen? Yeah, I can't take this.
Don't try to go anywhere. You are the perpetrator of this crime. You can't leave. I can't allow that to happen.
I'm sorry. Kazuma was killed right under my nose here, and I didn't do anything to stop it. Now I am supposed to just sit around, my hands tied, while whoever did this walks free? No, I can't allow that to happen.
Well, what do you propose to do then?
I'm going to investigate. I'm going to find out exactly what happened here. I'm going to work out who took Kazuma's life, and how they did it, why they did it. So I'm sorry, but I'm going to have you have going to be okay, let me rephrase that. But you're going to have to excuse me.
I am so strong.
What the?
That was a Susato takedown.
In the fan translation, they called it the Susato toss, but okay.
Oh.
Susato what? A martial art form, is that?
I'm going to need you to prove it.
Sorry, prove it?
Yes, your innocence. I need evidence.
But how am I supposed to...
Have you forgotten already what you achieved just a few weeks ago? You successfully defended yourself in a court of law.
Ah, I see. She's expecting me to present some conclusive evidence. I have to get Susato-san to believe me. Show her some piece of evidence right now that proves I'm not guilty of this unlawful crime. Well, it's the only evidence that I have in there.
Yeah, it's the only...
Tell me, when I was discovered in the wardrobe before, was this piece of paper stuck over the doors?
Oh, yes, it was. I remember clearly.
Thought so. Kazuma always put it in place whenever I went to sleep in there. Just in case the cabin steward or other crew member decided to look inside. So naturally, he did the same last night as well.
And that's so stupid that they wrote that in Japanese. Why did they write it in Japanese? Like, because you don't know English. That's so stupid. Akeruna, don't open this. Akeruna. So stupid.
This sign can't stop me because I can't read.
Exactly, that's the stewards.
Yes, of course. The gentleman who discovered you, Sherlock Holmes. you built that sign from the wardrobe doors before I opened them.
But if I truly was the culprit, I couldn't have climbed back inside the wardrobe and stuck this on the outside of the doors on my own.
Yes, that's quite true.
In other words, it's impossible that I killed Kazuma.
Well, even if you are sprawled, helplessly on the floor, I can see why Kazuma-sama thought so highly of you.
Thank you, Susato-san.
Now, do you think perhaps
That's my
you could help
line.
me? Oh, that's sorry.
Now, do you think perhaps you could help me up? That's okay.
Well, in the light of that evidence, I don't see any reason why I should stop you from investigating in here at least.
Thank you. So you finally believe me?
No. I'm sorry, no.
What?
I'm not sure yet. I can't rule out the possibility that you used some sort of conjuring trick to put the sign back in position.
What does he even think that I am? A magician?
Right now, it's just you
Makes me
investigate as thoroughly as possible in here. I'll do the same.
Alright, let's get to work, Susato-san.
Please, don't misunderstand me. I still have my doubts.
Oh,
I should be watching you to make sure you do nothing that might disturb the crime scene. I wouldn't want you using your conjuring tricks to destroy evidence, for example.
right. Well, anyway, I should start investigating here. Examine everything I can. Kazuma, I swear, I'll avenge your death.
Be right back, okay?
That's okay. I don't think you'll be having a big role here yet.
You can go on without me too.
Okay. What do you think of this? Looks like a broken piece of glassware. Whatever the thing was, it appears to have broken clean in two.
The glass is such a beautiful color. It looks like a cute little Nitsuke fastener from a kimono outfit.
Not sure if it sounds like Kausuma. He wouldn't secretly carry cute little trinkets like that around, would he?
And the mark beside it? Was it... What is it, I wonder? It has a sort of brick like... Ooh.
One moment.
Yes.
Yes, you're right. The color of the brick, isn't it? Ugh. I don't see anything of the same color anywhere else in this cabin.
There, that won't do.
Oh, what's the matter, Sutsata-san?
Whenever I'm examining things, I always find myself so focused, I forget to look around properly.
Ah yes, that's not good.
I don't suppose you are as foolish as me in that regard, are you, Naruhodo-san?
They're pretty much doing a tutorial for looking around in the cabin.
Did I read this one too?
Yeah, I don't know. You don't have to do tutorial thing.
I think actually it's pretty funny to read them, but...
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could have. But...
Now let's investigate all corners of this cabin.
Yes, let's do it. I suppose my field of vision has been rather small until now. So now I can actually look around as well.
What's this?
That's my dinner from last night. Roast chicken. It was really tasty.
Yes, it was very delicious, wasn't it? But did you eat it on the floor here?
I'm not a dog, Susato-san. I ate at the table, of course. Which begs the question of when or how the plate ended up on the floor.
Atsuma-sama didn't like chicken at all, did he?
No, that's not right. He didn't touch it. So he didn't touch it. Which meant all the more for me.
Oh no, does that mean poor Katsuma-sama spent his last night on this earth with an empty belly?
Sad.
It's just too horrible.
Now I suddenly have a guilty conscience and a achy stomach.
It's the
Okay,
same.
I accidentally pressed it again, so I'll just skip it. Okay. I thought I didn't have the check mark, but it was for the katana here.
Katsuma-sama's precious sword. It never went anywhere without it.
Yes, he was certainly always saying that that the Japanese man's katana is his soul.
We had to work very hard to convince the government to allow him to bring it on this trip.
I suppose that shows how important it was to him. And now he's gone. But I'm not ready to let his spirit go yet, just yet.
Taking the katana.
Well, maybe he's saying that, yeah.
Maybe it's just about his soul, like, you want to avenge him?
The books have fallen over on the shelf. Look, they're all toppled the same way.
And what's this? A statue of some god of the sea? Some god of the sea? Alto is fallen over as well.
Yes, it's almost like the whole shelf has been ransacked. And everything mowed down at once. Thanks for the follow, Bonatos Zukora.
Hi, Ban.
Welcome to the circus. Hope you all enjoy the show. Anyway, excuse us for just staying in the role and everything, I suppose.
Return.
Oh,
Welcome back, Kutz.
Okaeri.
Welcome back. I wonder if perhaps it was Katsuma-sama's doing this morning sword training, do you think?
I seriously doubt it.
And perhaps it was you, Naruhodo-san, in a fit of rage.
Oh.
I wouldn't have bothered leaving the wardrobe just to mess up a few books in the statue. Could the way things have been thrown about have anything to do with the case, I wonder?
Well, I'll just set everything straight again. I don't like to see a mess.
I'm doing quite well, Borutos, but kinda stuffy still from being a little bit ill. Let's see.
There could have been some evidence.
Yeah, we clean it up now.
Right?
That's right. Yeah.
Mess
that's
it
a
up with the
very-
crime scene.
That's a very large traveling case, isn't it?
Yes, it carries a lot of memories for me.
It carried you.
Memories? What do you mean?
Well, that's actually how I stowed away on this vessel. I was brought on board inside the case.
Yes, I see it says this way up in Japanese.
Which, in hindsight, should have been realized the foreign crewmen couldn't be able to read. I was turned over and over and over again, and then I was tossed on the floor in here.
Dear, being a stowaway isn't as romantic as it sounds.
Well, it was less painful than the Susato takedown. Did Kazuma write that before he died? It looks like it's written in ink.
Must have knocked at the ink pot from the desk when it collapsed on the floor. Then I suppose he wrote this message by dipping his finger in the spillage. Poor Katsuma-sama. No doubt it was in terrible pain. It's almost unbearable to imagine it.
I suppose he was trying to leave some kind of clue in his final moments, was he? I'm sorry, partner, but I can't read your writing.
Didn't think that's Japanese, Naruhodo-san.
What? Then, what language is it?
Pains me to admit it, but I don't know.
If it's not a foreign script I'm familiar with, what does it mean, I wonder?
This is where dear Katsuma-sama would have sat wherever he was writing.
London Diary. Poor Kazuma. He didn't even make it to his destination.
Looks like as though the last entry is incomplete.
Which means... what? I was in the middle of writing it when the incident happened? Let's see what it says. It could be a valuable clue.
Yeah!
Mm-hmm.
That's out of the question.
What?
Zuma-sama may have departed this world, but you must not read his private thoughts.
But what if it's something important, something relevant to the case? Alright, I won't
Oh, sorry.
read it.
For Kazuma-sama.
I don't want to pry in people's personal matters either. But in this case, isn't it the need for clues more important? Let's see, what do we still have to investigate?
Garderobe.
The wardrobe, yeah, I know.
Yeah, wardrobe. It's some 2 weeks since we set sail from Japan. Have you really been living in that wardrobe the entire time, Naruhodo-san?
I think living isn't quite the right description.
Oh, no, I suppose not. I thought it must have been rather exciting making this voyage in your own secret hideout.
The trouble was, I never knew when a member of the crew might come in. So yes, I basically had to live in the wardrobe. And last night was no exception.
But because of that, you had no idea what was happening out here in the cabin.
No, sadly not.
This is... yes, it's a bell-cord contraption, I think.
What do you mean, contraption?
I read about it in a book I was studying to talk about life in Great Britain. Large households often have bell cords like this, which you can pull to ring a bell to summon servants.
Really? That sounds almost magical. Shall we give it a little try?
Yes, in the interest of cultural research, obviously. I suppose nobody comes for lovely Japanese people.
No, I'm sure it's just that everybody's busy, that's all.
I think that's some kind of opening for a ventilator. A hole through which fresh air can circulate into the cabin.
Isn't that a little odd?
What do you mean?
Well, this ventilator. If that's what it is, looks like it must be connected to the next door cabin.
Yes, it would appear too, you're right.
But if its purpose is to allow fresh air to come into the room, surely it should have been connected to the outside.
That's true. Perhaps it's so that rain and spray don't find their way in when the seas are rough, or something like that.
I suppose. Maybe that's it.
Oh?
What?
Who's that? He wasn't there a minute ago.
Oh,
Or
it's
sorry.
just Sherlock.
As far as I can tell, he looks like he might be European.
I thought this was a strange creature. I was like, what? What's that? How did it?
How can you tell if he's European or American?
You've noticed the man too, have you? I've no idea who he is or how he got in here. But he looks suspicious. And tall, suspiciously tall.
I heard a sound. Don't tell me. Do you really not know who that is?
Well, no. I don't have any foreign friends or acquaintances at all. He doesn't look like a member of the crew. There's something very unusual about him. And he's investigating Kazuma's desk. Or is he just playing on it? I can't tell.
Well, in that case, we simply must talk with him.
Am I just imagining it, or does Susato-san almost look uncontrollably excited?
Anyway, I expect that you've not said already, but just in case,
Oh,
if you press A on people when they're in the crosshairs, you can converse with them. Ooh.
alright then. I'll get that suspiciously tall gentleman in my sights and see what he has to say for himself.
Please do.
Excuse me.
What the fuck?
Excuse
Wait a
me,
minute, wait.
do you have a moment?
Was he here the whole time?
Yeah, he was there.
Well, it just appeared like a moment ago.
Okay, I was like,
You zoned out.
yeah, a little bit, and then I look up and I just see.
Well,
I'm in
it's
such a
it's
fucking
your role
mess.
now.
Oh, here we go. Oh, sorry. Shh. It's a critical point in my investigation. Okay.
Maybe we should leave him alone? He seems a little unfriendly.
Yes, perhaps that will be for the best.
Oh my god.
Greetings. Oh,
Oh.
fuck.
You can still
Have
read
I
it if
kept
you want.
you waiting?
I hope I haven't kept you long.
What exactly are you doing on Cosmo's desk just now?
Oh, I see. Fascinating.
Sorry? What do you see? Feels like he's looking right through me.
Oh, yes. Everything is clear now. The train of reasoning has run its course. My deductions have crystallized. There we go. Got a little Australian there. Fuck.
Happens.
Just go ahead.
I did say you.
Uh-huh.
Have been in Afghanistan, I perceive. Just recently returned, if I'm not mistaken. Trying so hard.
That was
Sorry? What?
That's not what it should say to Watson.
And now,
Yeah.
whilst venturing toward foreign climes, what? You find yourself in a most troubling predicament.
Oh, well, that's true at least.
But how?
How the deuce did I know that? Perhaps. It was really a most elementary deduction. Hardly worth explaining.
Have you perhaps managed to deduce anything else?
But of course, a great many things. There is no mystery, my dear madam. For example,
I love this track for Sherlock.
yeah, you have fled your native land of Russia, being, as you are, a merciless revolutionary.
Huh?
Wait a minute. What if he's not wrong, but he's just not talking about us?
Oh, maybe he's talking about the real
actual
culprit.
murder.
Yeah, that's why I'm thinking about this, and I'm like, You leave
Well-
16 victims of assassination in your wake, and now travel to England to blow up the Crystal Tower. And when the beribboned occupant of this cabin discovered your identity, you ended his life too.
Ribbon?
Yes, I believe that summarizes the facts beautifully. No need to hide the truth now. Nothing deceives these eyes.
Just to be clear, you're talking about me, are you?
Certainly I am. Do you see another in this cabin who fits the bill? A Russian assassin with 16 victims to his name?
I don't even see one person who fits that bill.
So it's true.
What, and she just believes him? Are you
Right?
fucking kidding me?
She's
Oh,
not
you
you.
are
smarter
Russian.
than
It
this.
is the
So-
Katsuma-sama.
So just saying, Susato is a freaking Holmes fangirl.
Mm, of
She
course.
believes everything Holmes says. What?
Oh my god.
And you are plotting a revolution too. It's
Poor
shameful
girl.
behavior, Naruhodo-san. Absolutely wicked.
No, listen, there's no way I...
Yeah. Now explain yourself. Tell me everything.
This is ridiculous.
How did you do it?
For pity's sake, open your eyes. I'm not a Russian revolutionary, obviously.
Oh, forgive me.
As for you, what kind of deduction was that? You were just saying the first thing that came into your head.
But was I not right? Whilst venturing toward foreign climes, you do find yourself in a most troubling predicament, do you not?
Well, yes, maybe.
There you have it, you see. What do you make of that,
Well, to be honest,
I love how the goggles on him make his eyes look like they're really, really far apart.
Yeah.
This ship is en route to England, and I am in handcuffs at the scene of the murder. So I'm not really sure you could call it deduction more than plain observation.
Indeed. And observation, my dear boy, is the basis of all deduction. My method is founded upon the observation of trifles, you see. I announce my findings with a brassy certitude. And more often than not, I'm right.
I don't think you've introduced yourself.
My apologies. How remiss of me. Am I really gonna call him Sherlock Holmes? That's gonna fuck
Do you
me
want
up.
to do you want to call him Sherlock Holmes then?
I'll see which one comes naturally, I guess.
Well,
I am none other than the...
we managed to get Watson normally, so I mean,
Yeah, but that's still... that still buggered me up sometimes.
we'll
All right.
see.
I am none other than the greatest detective of the century, known to men and women the world over. The inimitable Sherlock Holmes.
There you go.
Ita is suffering.
Look,
I can
Sean.
hear Ita's suffering. So, it's really you, the actual Sherlock Holmes?
Oh yeah, wait, I was supposed to say it the wrong way. Ah!
The wrong right way.
The wrong right way.
the wrong normally right way.
The very same. The inimitable actual Sherlock Holmes.
Do you know this man, Susato-san?
Most famous detective in the world, Naruhodo-san? Of course I do. There's nobody who hasn't heard of him.
What planet have I been living on then?
You must ask him what is the desert. He will work it out the entire case already, I'm sure.
Really? Why do I feel uneasy about this? Sorry. I should converse. So, you're a great detective, are you? Sorry, what was your name again?
Indeed, I am none other than the one and only Sherlock Holmes.
Oh, I see. You're German? Herlock? Was it?
Sherlock?
Sherlock. No, I have no I mean hair. I mean I have I have hair. Please call me Holmes. The Sholmes.
Yeah, I know, right? It doesn't really fit with the freaking dialogue.
Sholmes.
You can read all about my exploits in this exciting London publication. Rants? That's a
Yes.
weird word.
Rand's magazine, full of wonderful short stories and interest articles from Great Britain. Britain.
You got it.
And Remisa Nisu. I have it sent from England especially.
She's so cute.
Rustic
Ah,
monks.
yes,
Sunday.
here it is. The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. So, you're the protagonist of the series of the short stories then.
Indeed I am.
And you've read so many of your own stories, you started to think you really are a detective.
Make no mistake, I'm not the poor, deluded fellow you take me for. Your inference is backward.
Backward?
My trusty biographer records my greatest detecting achievements and chronicles them in the magazine.
You have a biographer? Do you?
Wasn't everyone? Mine goes by the name of... Oh no!
Oh no, you lost your biographer.
Mine goes by the name of Dr. Watson, presently keeping shop in London.
Thanks for the follow, Mrs. Sensei. Welcome to the show, Circus. Thanks for the follow. Dr. Watson? I think
I
detective
must
work is
say-
going
Oh.
good. Sorry, I was
What? Oh.
conversing real quick with my chat.
Chat.
Oh, okay. It's okay. I must say, thanks to that publication, I've been fantastically busy of late. Why, this very moment I am returning from Asia, having solved the mystery of a cursed royal crown.
Really can't work out whether I should take this man seriously or not. And thanks for the follow, Xclody. I hope you'll enjoy the show. As we're
Oh, Claudia, hello. Thank you for coming.
Buddy.
as we're
It's one of our guys from
ah.
our alliance and our association.
nice. Well, thanks for tuning in, and hope you'll enjoy the show. Okay,
Oh, sorry.
Schultz.
Deduction,
problem.
you see, is to me a science. Logical reasoning in its purest form.
Science?
Really?
The astute observer notices even the most subtle of reactions in his subject. A furtive glance, a twitch of a muscle, a slight inclination of the posture. Fingernails, arm sleeves, furrows in the skin. All these things are data. Data. Ah.
Right.
Sorry. And the
That's
trained
okay.
logician makes deductions from this data in the blink of an eye. The ultimate conclusion is, without fail, the truth. I love his little hat too,
Yeah, I know, right?
as I demonstrated only a few short moments ago.
How can he look me in the eye and claim that?
So you see, I have a turn both for observation and for deduction, and fame. That is what makes me the one and only, Sherlock Holmes.
Cosmo's depth.
Sherlock Holmes.
Have you managed to do anything about this particular case yet?
Have I managed to deduce anything? My dear fellow. Who do you suppose discovered the culprit in his most cunning hiding place? That's right. It was none other than the great detective before you now, Mr. Sherlock Holmes.
Ah, I see. In other words, I'm in these because of him.
I became anxious about Kazuma-sama's this morning. summoned all the crew members to force the cabin door open.
And I concealed myself among their number, gaining entry to the scene of the crime. Yes, luckily for everyone, the great detective Sherlock Holmes was on board. And the handcuffs seem to be an excellent fit, so not a model.
God.
The very moment I laid eyes on the scene, two facts were immediately apparent to me.
Oh, really? 2 facts, you say? The 2 facts. Mr. Holmes, tell us, please. What 2 facts were apparent to you when you came into this cabin this morning?
Ah, yes. But first, let us be precise. The 2 facts in question were immediately apparent to me.
Yes, I understand. But what were they?
Allow me to elucidate. The 2 facts. Jesus fuck. The
What?
2 facts that I deduced from a mere momentary glance at the scene of the crime were as follows. Number 1. The cabin was locked from within, rendering escape of the culprit out of the question. Number 2. The victim was Russian and killed following a dispute with an acquaintance.
Hold on, Mr. Holmes. What made you think the victim was Russian?
Observe the dying message left by the victim on the floor. That is the Russian word for wardrobe.
Yeah, we can't possibly read Russian.
Indeed.
Do you really think Kazuma-sama could have left a dying message in Russian?
In their final moments, many find their native tongue filling their head. For this young man, Russian.
Kazuma was Russian? Was he?
Initially, I considered Gatarov, maybe the name of a killer, a certain Robert Guard, perhaps. But in the interest of thoroughness, I decided it would be wrong not to look inside the wardrobe there at least. At least. I like your funny words, Magic Man.
At least.
I keep slipping between British and Australian. So
That's
sorry.
okay, that's
I'm
okay.
so sorry
You're doing
for
good
anyone
enough.
that's actually British or Australian because I'm sure that's annoying. It's funny though.
You found Mr. Naruhodo sleeping soundly.
Quite so. I found you, the renowned Russian revolutionary killer.
Why is it that I'm Russian too?
I observed that you were wearing the same attire as the victim. In other words, you were acquainted.
Yeah, they're still wearing the school uniform.
Yeah, we are. We are.
And if my memory serves, that outfit is the traditional dress of the Russian people.
Wow,
No.
he's dumb.
Our school uniforms are the traditional dress of the Russian people. I had no idea. Everybody sat
And
down.
I had
pretty
no
British
idea
too.
detective could get something so wrong.
I took a photograph of the victim and the message, that I might analyze for possible hidden details. Oh,
This
Kazuma.
this was taken immediately after. Oh wait, this is yours.
This was taken immediately after the young man was discovered, before the body was removed.
Yes, Kazuma has already been taken away when I woke up. This is the first time I've actually seen him like this.
Mm. Are you alright, Mr. Naruhodo?
Oh, yes, thank you. We got our first piece of evidence in this investigation.
Nice.
Finally.
Can I ask you something, Mr. Holmes?
What, right?
You mentioned Russia before as well, didn't you? You know when you said I was a fearsome revolutionary fleeing from Russia and all that?
Ah, yes. The train of reasoning that led me to the truth.
Would you mind explaining that train of reasoning with me, do you think?
I can't read that. Certainly if it interests you.
I'm sorry.
Please. How many times?
Harasho, right? Or Harasho or something like that.
Pretty
I
much.
think it's
Maybe.
the same catchphrase that like the girl from Love Live, I think.
Yes.
Harasho.
I'm not-
So it's like. Oh.
I'm not Russian. I don't speak Russian.
Yeah, neither am I.
Can we talk about your deduction before? The things you concluded about me, I mean.
Ah, the now famously accurate, troubling predicament you find yourself in.
Actually, I was what about the other details I was more hoping to discuss. You know the merciless Russian revolutionary? An assassin of 16 part?
Ah, yes. The more sordid details. It was a fairly commonplace deduction. Here we have this morning's paper. The main headline reads, Revolutionary Lenin Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. This vessel made a port call at Shanghai yesterday, and last night, the young Russian was murdered.
Since when was Kazuma Russian?
Sounds like Mr. Alms has concluded it was Russian because of what Kazuma-sama wrote on the flower.
It was a simple act of reasoning to realize that the culprit of this crime was the same merciless revolutionary. One who would kill the very man who helped to escape after his true identity was discovered. Yes, you, Villain Bolshevik.
No. How could it be me? I don't look anything like this man. Just look at his face.
It literally looks nothing like him. Well, you are a fearsome revolutionary after all. Therefore, you have no doubt learned to revolutionize your appearance as well. Lord.
This is
Oh,
stupid.
boys.
And I might add, your name does not appear on the ship's passenger list. Need I say more?
Well,
He has
that's
a point
because
there
I'm a
of an obvious
stowaway.
What about the other details? The 16 victims of assassination and blowing up the Crystal Tower?
Ah, yes, the journalist clearly interviewed the man and printed all those particulars in the article. The deeds the man has perpetrated thus far, and those he is plotting. Yes, everything about this revolutionary Bolshevik was included. There can be no mistake.
The revolutionaries usually agree to interviews with newspaper reporters, I wonder.
And what about the part where you said that I was just returning from Afghanistan?
Also quite clearly stated here in the article. Bolshevik has recently returned after a period of subversive activities in a war-torn region of Afghanistan.
Where even is it anyway? This Afghanistan place.
Here, take the paper for yourself, as a little memento of this great deduction.
Oh, thank you?
I've absorbed all that is of interest to me within its pages, but I see no rubbish bin nearby.
So where is the rubbish bin?
To take my trash, peasant. And you may find the article on the back page of interest as well.
Really now? On the back?
Cast your eye over it sometime if the interest takes you, though you may need someone to interpret.
It's already all written in Russian. I couldn't hope to read it. But I suppose it wouldn't hurt to glance over the article. Maybe there's might be a picture or two. Oh, that's because they're pressing on it. This is interesting.
You found something relevant, Naruhodo-san?
Well, no, I mean, it looks like it might be interesting.
Didn't read a single word, I'm afraid.
No, nor can I. But look at this picture. Perhaps it's about this beautiful young Russian princess. Do you think?
She's very pretty, isn't she? I suppose you enjoy articles like this, do you?
I don't know. I can't make sense of it.
Very pretty. Oh, I'm glad you've noticed this article. Allow me to give you a short summary of its contents.
Oh, thank you. He pops up everywhere, is Mr. Holmes.
It's about the disappearance of a young lady last night. Renowned prima ballerina of Novavik, I think, ballet disappears from Shanghai. During a performance in Shanghai, the famous dancer was reported missing. She is, of course, the talented, young Nikolina Pavlova.
Why are Russian names so hard to remember?
It's so easy.
It would appear the woman was in costume when she was found to be missing from her dressing room. Wearing the diamond tiara you see pictured, which is worth some 20,000 rubles.
Oh, how much is 20,000 rubles?
I have an idea, but I'm pretty sure it must be an unbelievable sum of money.
Susato's eyes are shining like diamonds themselves.
Yaris, the property of Novovich Ballet. It would seem the director is beside herself with worry. The thing is, I'm actually going to look up how much that would really be. The company
You have
is
to
most
count with
anxious to
inflation.
Yeah, that's why I was going to search it up to recover both Miss Pavlova and the valuable tiara. Equals in, let's say, 1500. They've requested international assistance at all ports with sailings to Great Britain.
Rap?
It's me.
Yeah.
Could this be another case of a Russian fleeing east of our country?
It does seem to be a Russian thing to do.
I'm not even going to dignify that with a response, Mr. Naruhodo.
An article about ballerina has been entered in the court record. Have you done your search, Kutz?
Yes, I have. So basically, at around that time, Victorian times is around 1900.
Mm-hmm.
So $1 was worth almost 2 rubles. So it would basically be about, like, 20,000 rubles would be about $10,000.
Oh.
But I'm gonna look up what
Probably a lot of money still
what
in
the
that
buying
time.
power of that would equal today.
So do I wait for the next line of questioning?
Here, no, you can click it.
Okay. Before we started talking, you were examining Kazuma's desk, weren't you?
Kazuma. Yes, the victim.
Did you notice anything useful? Anything at all?
Observe for a moment the desktop of the victim. We see that the victim was engaged in penning some text.
London Diary.
Oh,
Kazuma
sorry.
was keeping notes for of the trip. But I don't think you should read his private writings. It could upset people.
Tragic. And something you ought to perhaps elucidate before the act of reading.
You mean you've read it already?
It is my business to know what other people do not. Yes, believe it or not,
Hey
I
there,
know a smattering of
MDC.
Japanese.
How are you doing?
Which language
Hope
are
you're
they
doing
speaking
okay.
right now?
You could have speaking English.
My
Oh.
father's really good at English.
I see.
Right?
He
And-
started
Well-
in these late months, I think.
I see. Well, how about if you're about to know Susato's takedown, that is. I'm kinda stuffy because I'm a little sick, but I'm doing okay. Okay. Hope you'll enjoy the show, though. Oh, I skipped my dialogue accidentally. Susato-san, aren't you going to throw the detective with one of your trademark takedowns?
Sorry, Naruto-san. What on earth do you mean?
Life is so unfair.
He's a stan.
Before I continue, I actually found out what it translated to.
Oh, okay.
20,000 rubles would equal $10,000 US dollars. And in around this time period, it would have the buying power of $302,686.75 today.
Oh, okay.
So that's
Still,
a lot of
still a lot of money.
Yeah, 300. It's
300K.
about a third of $1,000,000 is the kind of
Whoa.
buying power it would have had.
Hmm.
So that's a lot of fucking money.
Oh yeah. So,
Anyway.
Holmes?
Anyway, to return to the matter at hand, namely this diary belonging to the victim. It would appear the final sentence is incomplete, as if the author were cut short. Yeah, I wonder why.
Mm.
Tell me, what is the nature of the writing? Pray be precise as to details.
Oh, but I thought you knew Japanese.
A smattering, dear boy, a smattering.
My god.
Sayonara, bonsai, mikado, nado nado.
Why nado
I trust
nado?
you're suitably impressed.
So specific.
This diary is littered with complicated-looking characters, of which I can read precisely none. I mean, he's kind of like me.
Same. After 4 years of Japanese.
So, what was that showing off about before then?
You would be so kind as to show me. I will be happy to read it to you, Mr. Holmes. Mr. Holmes.
Hmm,
What happened to not reading his diary?
Yeah.
really? Good.
I'm much obliged, my dear madam.
Final entry here in Katsuma-san's diary consists of just 2 short sentences. The first reads,
Oh, I guess I can
Mm.
say it and... Should I say it or should Raph say it?
I think it's Susato reading.
Because of
so-
localization,
But it's like his writing.
with the
You know how they
Holmes
do that
name,
kind of
they
thing?
had to
Oh, yeah,
change
yeah. Then go
his They had to change his name
We can
to
do Kazuma.
Sherlock
We want more
Sholmes.
Kazuma.
We're reading
I
it.
miss him.
Kazuma.
We are reading it like
1:23
it's supposed to be.
I can hear a faint whistling sound.
A whistling sound? Oh, and I'm playing the main protagonist who is in first person in this
These are
moment.
very deep waters. Pray, go on.
Second sentence reads,
1:35 a.m. What looks like some sort of speckled band is dangling from the ventilator grill.
A speckled band? What on earth does that
Here.
mean?
I have no idea. I never added that expression before.
The ventilator grill, you say? The man was presumably referring.
That's okay. Thanks for joining, though.
Ah, the latch is there on the wall, which connects to the adjoining cabin.
Ah, so who is in the next cabin?
Yes, the adjoining
Yeah.
cabin.
Hmm.
When I think of speckled band, the only thing I can envision is fly tape.
Okay.
All right. So I believe I've given you enough to consider for the time being, at least.
Do you have something to go? Somewhere to go, sir. Sorry.
As it happens, the victim's writings in his diary have piqued my interest. The matter warrants further investigation, I believe. And if I am still too long, the seasickness takes hold.
Oh, I suppose. You're thinking of investigating the cabin next door, which the ventilator connects to?
Great detectives are a curious breed. Our minds rebel at stagnation. We crave mental exaltation. So yes, I intend to investigate. Hence the truth will become clear soon enough.
Do you think perhaps that we could go with you?
No, that would be somewhat complicated.
What? But why?
A simple glance at your wrist should reveal the answer.
Oh, these.
After all, you're the prime suspect in this matter. No?
There's no point in trying to turn it into a question. You're the one who decided I was the culprit in the first place.
Whatever do you mean? I have no recollection of naming you as the culprit at any point. What?
You must be joking. You just said only a moment ago.
Dear me, you are clearly misguided. I would have no cause to say such a thing.
Well, actually, Mr. Holmes, I did hear you say that too.
Quite sure? Well, that's very strange. I wouldn't have said you had the face of a criminal, you know? Not really.
So what? What were you looking at my niece before? Some great detective you are.
Well, anyway, that was then and this is now.
What do you mean?
What I mean, sir, is this. If you are the culprit, then you must play the part more convincingly. Roll over and accept your fate.
Now he's just being plain rude.
Ow.
And off he goes, having just laughed in my face. His sense of humor is twisted as his name.
I heard a sound. What are you just standing there for? We must go and investigate the cabin next door as well.
Aren't you forgetting something? What about these? There's no way I can.
Oh my
What?
god. Did she
Strong.
just flip him over again?
After Kazuma-sama spent his dying moments struggling to leave us a clue, you are willing to give up? You're just going to roll over and accept your fate?
As if you gave me any choice of in the rolling over part. I think we still have some investigation to finish off before
Okay.
before here first, don't we?
Well,
Let's carry on examining what we have what we can in this cabin while we wait for a chance to slip to next door.
Good idea.
The situation doesn't look good for me, but there's still things I can do to help myself. I owe it to Kazuma to do anything I can to find a way out of this and bring the real culprit to justice. So that was our meeting of Holmes.
yep. What the hell is that thing on the ground on a plate?
Oh,
Is it just a big old-
that's the chicken that was supposedly just food for Naruhodo.
Oh my god, he ate it like a wild animal.
No. It was actually on the table, but it's ended up on the ground for some reason.
I'm saying, like, what happened to the meat of the chicken?
Well, he
Like,
probably
it's
ate the
really
meat and
clean.
it just the bone is left. Yeah.
I know, I'm just saying it's really, really cleaned.
Oh yeah,
You
true.
go like that.
So Susato,
Yes, it's me. When I went for help, and the crewman forced the door open. This bolt had been firmly closed.
it's quite a small bolt and not particularly sturdy. It's slide across to secure the door, to secure the door shut. But still, the door bolted. If there would be no way to get in or out the cabin. That's for sure. I wonder if anyone suspects me. No wonder anyone expects me. Yeah. When she glanced me up like that, I feel tense. I feel tense up and down my spine. I remember reading once in a detective novel. The culprit used a needle and a thread to draw a bolt across from the outside of the room in a situation like this.
Yes, that's a clever trick, isn't it? I'm an avid reader of detective stories myself. The door of this cabin and its frame are made of metal and they seal together perfectly. There will be no possibility of using that needle and thread trick here, I'm afraid.
When she glanced at me like that, I feel pins and needles all up my down my spine. I think we kinda. Oh wait, before I talk to the sailor, that is. Seigi, the Japanese words for justice. The brush strokes and straight are straight and true, just like Kazuma.
Yes, his calligraphy always was a reflection of his art. Yet you, can you really look at those characters without feeling shame, knowing you would read them so thoughtfully?
Of course I can. I mean, I'm innocent, so why shouldn't I be able to?
Haven't you stowed away on this ship?
Now you're going to bring up that up, are you? I can't win. Okay, let's talk to the sailor. Excuse me?
What?
Okay. I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Would you mind if I investigate a little outside?
Grandmother told me Japanese people do not make jokes. But it's not true, I see.
Sorry?
The criminal asking prison guard to help him escape? Very funny.
We're in the middle of the sea. There's no chance of me escaping.
Niet. You stay in this cabin until next port. Then it is up to Hong Kong police to decide what they do with you. You stay.
Alright. There's no point in trying to peel this man's better nature for sure. Do we still have things to investigate then? Let's see. That is investigated. That's good. This is
The ink
good.
bottle?
Maybe
Oh.
display. These are the rules of passage for travel aboard this SS Bruya.
It's essentially a list of requests from the captain to all passengers on board.
Passengers must not keep weapons or other dangerous objects in their cabins. Pets are also strictly forbidden. What? Why are you staring at me?
Who's the bed? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking. Are you more of a dangerous object or a pet? I can't decide.
Well, one thing's for sure. Either way, I wasn't supposed to be here. Be in here. This is gonna be interesting. Oh, look over here. There.
Experiment, you mean? It wasn't there before, was he?
That's what I thought.
Why don't we try talking to him?
Probably because I'm likely to get yelled at again. But I suppose I could try. Is that?
Wait a minute.
Something wrong there, Hada-san?
Oh, no, it's just that the crewman standing by the door. I can't help feeling if I've seen him somewhere before.
Now I think I know what you meant before by till you recognize him. I have a feeling.
Yes, you're right. It does look familiar. Excuse me, sir. Oh.
So, Ray, you're voicing
Oh
two
my God.
characters now.
It took me this long.
I feel so bad, Kudo. You haven't gotten to do anything for like 2 hours.
Cool. I'm
Yes.
just enjoying the ride.
I'm sorry, Guru. Do you want to do it?
No,
I don't know.
you
it's
can do
fine.
it actually. I don't
I'll
mind
do the
changing up
Russian
voice.
guy.
Okay.
Yes. What can I do for you?
I recognize that face, but I can't be.
Wait, what is he gonna? Yeah, he's still coughing. If he's getting, what is he gonna wipe it on?
It is.
His sleeve?
I didn't know you were here, Inspector Asanaga.
Yeah.
Oh my god. It doesn't even show on his sleeve.
Hello again.
What are you doing here?
I think that should be my line. I was stunned when I saw you. My heart stopped. Nearly stopped, I hope. I received some special orders to go undercover again. as a member of the crew and boarded the ship.
Again?
You certainly seem to enjoy undercover work, Inspector. If there's anything I can do to help you, please ask.
I never expected to see this man on board. Or perhaps his presence can help out with in this hopeless situation. Special orders. So what are your special orders this time, Inspector?
Yes, and why are you dressed as a member of the crew? I'm afraid I can't tell. Yes. I'm so sorry.
Huh?
This is all my fault. I took full responsibility.
For what?
My orders were to act as Asogi-san's bodyguard. Oh. It was Ministers of Justice, Jikoku.
Hell?
Why?
It
Push it
means
for
hell.
this overseas study to go ahead. And he entrusted me with ensuring that Asogi-san reached Great Britain without being assassinated.
Assassinated? How could that even have been possibility?
Obviously was.
I'm not sure. But these are complicated times. There are tensions between the world's greatest powers. Minister Jikaku said we should be prepared for all eventualities.
That's incredible.
I don't believe it. Katsuma-sama was assassinated? Obviously, we couldn't give Asogi-sama a visible security escort. Which is why I'm undercover now, posing as one of the crew. I see. And I didn't take my eyes off him the entire time we'd been on board, from morning until night, every day. But I never imagined it would happen here, inside his own cabin, not here on the first class deck. I failed miserably at my assignment, and Asui-san is dead as a result. I'm a disgrace. All I can do is humbly apologize.
Inspector.
If there's anything at all that I can do to help now, just say the word.
Get us out of the room.
Permission to investigate. We're doing what we can to investigate Kasuma's death ourselves.
I thought you might be. You didn't do it, did you? You are not the killer.
Of course not.
We're really like to investigate the cabin next door.
Yes. This is
sorry,
my line.
it was you. Yes.
So we need to be allowed out of this cabin.
I'm sorry.
What?
You've been deemed a risk to the ship's safety. You moved to even touch the handle of the cabin door. The stormy-looking seaman there would surely snap your neck in two. Damn.
I suppose I'm not just a stowaway now, but they think that I'm a murderer as well.
Would it be possible? Give me something to work with. Do you think? I'm going to need something persuasive. What do you mean? Create a solid reason why the next door cabin should be investigated, for example. I do everything I could to persuade the captain to allow it. Really, I'd lay my life on the line if I had to.
But I don't see how.
There might be a way.
What? Really?
Didn't know you tried to persuade me of our innocence, Naruhodo-san. Representing me with a piece of evidence that you already had in your possession.
Evidence?
It's just the same as when you are in court. You must have done it many times during your trial. Select the present panel. And just some evidence that Inspector Asanaga could use.
So, evidence that would give us a valuable reason to investigate the next door cabin, is it? Alright, yes, I think I might know what we can use. Let's see. I think we're talking about the diary here.
Yeah. What's that?
That's Kazuma's diary.
Just before I died, Katsuma-sama wrote something really strange in his diary. Strange? In what way? He wrote, what looks like some kind of spigot band is dangling from the ventilator grill. Spigot band? That is strange.
Yes, we're still trying to work out what he meant by that. But what we'd like to know is...
Don't tell me the ventilator is it? You're very astute, Inspector. That ventilator clearly joins to the next door cabin.
That's right. So if we could investigate in there, we might be able to work out what the speckled band was.
Alright then. I can't leave this cabin at the moment. I'm stuck here until we arrive to the next port. The captain has given me strict orders to guard the scene of the crime, you see? I'll have to entrust the investigation to you. Really? You're willing to do that?
One short moment.
Yes.
Powering on. Charging battery. Mic off.
Let's see. Oop. Sorry.
Oh no.
My headset just turned off because the battery was empty of my headset. So everyone can hear me now, right?
Yes?
Okay.
Yeah.
Then let's continue.
I mean, we don't see the game.
You don't see the... Oh, wait. Yeah, you can't see the game now.
Sorry.
I need to fix that, yeah. Sorry. There we go. Only advanced that's one line, so...
Yes. Yes, as long as you don't leave the first class cabin area, I'm afraid I can remove those handcuff too.
But what about the captain? Aren't you going against his direct orders?
I'm a man of my word. And I promise you that I'll lay my life on the line. Is that what it takes to convince the captain? Thorough
Thanks for all the love, Misuchi.
failed to keep Asahi-san safe. This is the least I can do.
Thank you.
Let's take the moment then, Naruhodo-san. Just select move, and we can leave this cabin at least. Last.
Tell your legs to move.
All right, let's
Just
see if
move.
what we can find out.
Move.
Okay, let's go to the passageway.
And the other guy just let us pass.
Apparently so.
That was easy.
That doesn't make sense, but yes, okay.
Phew. Finally out of the cabin.
Mhm.
I have to admit, that isn't quite what I was expecting. It's less spacious out here than I thought it would be. It's most luxurious accommodation.
Yes, indeed. Kazuma-sama was being sent on this study tour by the government. That's why he was being put up in a first-class cabin. Even still, this is about twice as large as my accommodation in steerage.
Really? That must be awful. Oh, look over there. It's another crewman keeping watch. And he looks enormous. Even if he's sitting down.
Our next team leads to the second-class accommodation. I suppose he's making sure that no one comes in here who shouldn't.
I suppose people like people in handcuffs.
Naruhodo-san, you look like a little boy visiting a toy shop for the first time. I would have thought you'd be used to the ship by now. We've been here for 2 weeks already.
Well, yes, I know, but the thing is, I was inside Kazuma's trunk when we first came aboard. And ever since I've been shut inside that little wardrobe.
Must have been a very trying time for you.
Please, don't give me that pitying look. Okay.
Maybe we can examine something.
Yeah, I was about to do that. We just need to examine the door. This is it. This is the cabin next to ours. The one the ventilator connects to.
Yes, the ventilator from which Kazuma-sama wrote that is so speculated band emerging.
Maybe whoever's in that cabin can help solve that particular mystery. Let's ask. Kururu, I suppose you haven't been voicing much, so let's just give you
I'll be big
the
buff
other
man.
big buff.
I don't know. Okay, first of all,
Excuse.
has Kudu actually been able to voice someone yet?
The other
Yes.
sailor.
The
Only
Russian
the other-
guy
Yeah.
Okay.
that I've been doing
No,
really badly.
the
Alright, I can try.
The character in the cabin is also someone that I would give Kururu the role
okay.
for. So
Okay, since excuse me,
this is my line though.
need. Oh, sorry.
Excuse me. We need to get inside the cabin here.
Hot.
I might not actually need to talk.
These sailors' eyes speak volumes. They're clearly saying, keep out.
He doesn't.
That's
need
what
talk.
I wrote on the sign, but we put over the wardrobe doors. Although this version's definitely more effective.
It doesn't look like it's going to let us pass.
That's a problem. Yep.
I didn't even need to. Look at him sitting there.
You did a great job.
What's this huge
You
book
tried.
on top of the table there? There's a pen next to it.
Yes, that looks like the ship's log.
I'll show you a little look through it.
The writing is so neat and precise. Every detail about the voyage has been meticulously recorded.
You wouldn't expect a rough and ready sailor to have such a beautiful handwriting. And nothing, no reaction at all. I thought he might appreciate a compliment.
I'm not sure that "rud and ready" is much of a compliment, Naruhodo-san, even to a sailor. Anyway, last night's log is mostly blank.
Presumably, it means that there is nothing to report. Let's talk to the man, I suppose. Excuse me, but could I ask you something? Okay. Who's gonna voice him? Kutz?
You little stowaway murderer.
Ooh. That wasn't a good start, was it?
Right, let me try instead. Hey, Mr. Sailor, I'm so sorry to trouble you, but could I perhaps ask something of you?
You little third-class lady's maid.
Oh wow,
Fuck.
that was
Oh,
mean.
We seem to have caught this sailor on a bad day, Susato-san. So your line, Kutz.
I am not sailor. My mother gave me name. I am senior crewman, Beef
Oh my
Stroganoff.
god. Be strong enough.
Beef Stroganoff.
Phew!
Best
Best
name.
thing we've is just to avoid eye contact, I think. Mr. Strong Enough. About this first class cabin area.
Here we are in finest part of Buria steamship for very important persons.
What sort of very important persons?
Government officials, kings and queens traveling in secret, many important persons.
I like his arms.
Oof. That is why I am always guarding this place.
Gosh, that's amazing.
But somehow I let stupid stowaway inside. I want to pick you up and throw you in the ocean. But Stroganov is not animal.
Surprisingly
you.
considerate.
if I may, I was wondering, is the cabin next to Mr. Asagi's currently occupied?
Yeah.
So, Susato-san, did you understand that?
Sounded like da. I think it's probably Russian for yes or no.
Yeah, it's Russian for yes.
Yeah, I know.
Oh wait, I thought you were just saying that out of character.
No, that's
It was.
Naruhodo and Susato are unsure.
Yeah, I mean, it's literally our voice almost. so-
Genius.
It is not permitted to visit other cabins without invitation.
Hmm? Well, it sounds like there is somebody next door. Next door's cabin, at least.
Yes, it's tantalizing. Tantalizing? What that means?
Yeah, you got it right.
Yeah, I don't know what
What it
it
means?
means too. Yeah.
It means it's like I'm so tantalizingly close. Like it's like a
Oh,
tease.
okay.
Ah. That should your next door cabin. Could you tell us who is traveling in the cabin next to Mr. Asagi's?
His name is Mr. Grimsby Roylott. He's a very important Western gentleman.
A Western gentleman.
Do not think about it. He has nothing to do with murder of student boy.
How can you be so sure about that?
Mr. Roylott is authentic Western gentleman. Such a man would have no interest in lowly student from insignificant Far East Islands.
That was harsh.
Did you tell us when Mr. Roylott came aboard?
That is not your business.
Come to think of it, even though we've been at sea for 2 weeks, and I've been in Kazuma's cabin in this entire time, I never once heard anything from the next door cabin. Or even felt like there's anyone there.
Well, presumably, since this gentleman is occupying one of the first class cabins, must be rather important, is that right?
That is not your business.
About what for your watch here for all the time? Seaman strong enough?
Tough, all time. So criminals like you cannot come in or get out.
I wonder, could you tell us anything about last night at all?
He's sad about student boy.
Were you on watch last night as well?
Of course.
And did you notice anything at the time? Anything unusual?
Wait,
Yet,
how do I-
I think that's
Probably
yeah.
yet.
Yet.
Susetsu-san, did you understand that?
It's like,
Was
no,
clearly a no.
Yeah.
I saw nothing unusual. Nothing at all.
And you didn't hear any strange noises or
Oh.
sense anything was wrong in some way?
I said no.
Sorry! I'm not so sure. I could have sworn that he wouldn't catch my eye for a moment there.
Wait, is it blind?
I don't think so.
That is enough. I cannot say more now.
Oh.
It is
Yeah.
time for me to report to Captain. You must return to cabin.
Yes, alright.
Bulkhead to second class area is staying locked at all times. You escape when the lobster whistles on top of the mountain, or as English say, when the pigs fly.
Oh.
Yes, I understand.
Good. Now we can investigate this area properly, shall we?
Definitely. because he's now reporting, we can just enter. So let's skip this a bit because it's the same dialogue, except that we might enter now. Mm,
Answer. We're out of luck, it seems. There's no one in there to help with our inquiries.
how annoying.
Mm.
Oh.
This looks like a plan of the SS Buria. Shows each deck. Look.
The Buria is a large-scale steamship with a triple skinned hull. What a marvel of engineering.
Well, it's been playing on my mind for a while now, actually. But how such a huge lump of metal that doesn't just sink to the bottom of the ocean?
Oh, that's really quite simple, Naruhodo-san.
Buoyancy.
Is it?
Well, consider the Japanese archipelago. I'm not sure is that how you
The
pronounce that in
islands
English.
of Japan.
Archipelago, so you were really close.
Oh, because in Italian we say archipelago, but I don't know if that's it.
Oh, well, it was close enough. So
Yes, they're not metal, but they are enormous lumps of earth, many times larger than this ship. And they don't sink, do they? They've been floating happily on the sea since the guys created them.
well, I suppose so. What is? It's kind of the same dialogue, but it's showed a new kind of.
No, it's the same, I think.
Yeah, but it didn't have a check mark now.
Oh. Anyway, look here. Last night log.
Yeah, it's still
yeah,
the same
this-
kind of. Okay,
It's
maybe it's
different
because
only
it's because Strong Enough wasn't being
Yeah,
able
that's
to
why.
reply this time.
Yeah. That's the way to the second class area of the ship.
Hmm.
Should we go there? Is something wrong?
I wasn't thinking about making a run for it. Just a moment. Things aren't exactly going well for me.
Maybe wrong, but I imagine the moment you reach for the handle of the door, that burly seaman would surely shoot you dead. Oh dear, I'm sorry. Perhaps I went a little too far there.
No, I just started started with it with my talk about running away. There's no way I would run away while Kazuma's death remains a mystery anyway. And we have a mousetrap here.
Perhaps for catching mice.
Yes, we have plenty of those back home in Japan. Although they seem to be using a lump of chalk or something as bait.
Let me see. Yes, I think what is called cheese is made from the milk of cows.
Cheese?
Oh yeah, that's right. They didn't really have much of a.
I wonder if
cheese
it's
Yeah,
what
they didn't
I wonder
have
what it
much.
tastes like.
there.
You can't eat Naruhodo-san. The top will stop shut on your fingers.
Really? But I suppose you're right.
You weren't actually going to try, were you?
All I've had to eat the past couple of weeks is Kazuma's leftovers. You don't know how hungry I've been in that wardrobe.
for you. I'll find a like snack for you later.
So I think we just need to move back to Cosmo's cabin and ask Hosogawa, maybe?
Maybe.
No?
Is that?
What do we have extra? Nothing extra at the moment. Do we just try the door again, maybe? I keep going to move first.
Oh
Maybe?
wait, this one.
What do you think this is? It's a very pleasing shape, isn't it?
Is it?
I don't know.
Best emergency alarm. It's probably best not to touch it.
Oh, an alarm.
It says press only in times of emergency. It looks as though it sets alarm bells ringing all over the ship and brings the vessel to a complete stop.
Oh.
What are you doing, Naruto-san? Okay.
Oh, just this is I see. Okay, whatever. But this is an emergency situation. Just look at these handcuffs.
You know full well that's not what the alarm is for. If you were to bring this vessel to a standstill for no good reason, you'd be in an even worse situation.
I wish everything would just stop, this ship included.
Let's do something foolish, and let's make it something that doesn't affect anyone else.
What was that? It came from inside the cabin.
As I pitched? Oh. Such a high-pitched scream! It must be there. It must have been a woman. Stand aside. I don't know who said that.
Oh, it was
Oh.
Holmes.
I'm about to break the door down.
Mr. Holmes!
I shan't be stopped. When the fit is on me, I revel in kicking doors off their hinges.
Okay.
Please, wait, Mr. Holmes. The door doesn't appear to be bolted.
It doesn't. Then how the deuce can I dispatch this muscular urge? What break can I kick?
Kick yourself.
I think we should go in. There's no time to think about stress relief.
Oh my god.
Could it?
Could
You're-
yeah.
Huh?
New character.
Who are you?
A Western gentleman? This man looks Russian to me.
He looks Russian, yeah.
We heard a woman scream.
A woman, don't be absurd. As you can see, there's nobody but me in this cabin.
True. This old man does appear to be the only person in here. But in that case, we just screamed.
Get out, all of you, now.
What?
Please excuse the intrusion, but you're Mr. Grimesby Roylott, I believe.
Yes, that's me, and you are?
I'm the one and only, the actual Sherlock Holmes. You've heard of me, no doubt.
No?
I'm a great detective among great detectives. One who adorns the covers of popular magazines, no less. So I assure you, you may trust me completely.
The man uses the magazine like a business card.
A detective? I do not trust detectives.
We distinctly heard a scream emanating from within these walls. But there wouldn't appear to be a lady concealing herself within the wardrobe this time.
There is another door. Oh.
So might I be so bold as to ask you to open that small
That's so
traveling
small. Well, don't be stupid. How could anyone fit in a small truck like that?
Well, it's quite fashionable these days, is it not? Traveling inside one's trunk.
Don't look at me.
Oh my god.
Or maybe
Stop.
it was a bed.
Is it the little
Oh
girl?
my.
This little scientist girl?
Oh, maybe. Did you say that, Mr. Naruto?
Yes. The case just shook.
Leave now. Otherwise, I'll call the steward.
Oh, he has scissors.
Oh, dangerous.
So this is Cosmo's neighbor, Mr. Grimsby Raylot. There's no doubt about it. This strange Russian man is hiding something.
Didn't agree more. Let's see if we can find some clues before that burly sailor returns.
Well then. Let's just
Give me a moment,
start
guys.
that.
I need to take some ice cream because I'm starving.
Oh,
I'll be
no.
right
Go
back.
ahead.
Yeah.
Do we all need some snacks or something? I don't even-
How long have we been going for? Wait a minute.
We've been going on for 2 hours and
2.5
37
hours.
minutes. I kind of don't know where
I don't
to
know how
stop
much longer
because this is a 2-part kind of chapter
Yeah.
still.
Mm.
So if we end up early, then I don't know about next part. Next time. And I'm kind of itching for stopping at least
Same.
going to going on till the great deduction of Sherlock Holmes, which we're
I don't-
almost getting
As
to.
long as you know, like, when that is, because I'm
Okay, if
definitely starving.
okay. It's pretty soon-ish.
Okay.
Just after the questioning of this guy, some investigating of the cabin, and okay, maybe it doesn't take.
I'm ready to go.
Okay.
Hmm?
Mr. Raylo, we'd like to talk to you about something.
No,
Oh,
I do not want to talk. Leave my cabin now.
this is going to be going terribly.
We're not getting anywhere here.
I agree, but there must be someone else who can help.
Huh?
Perhaps the great detective could get somewhere with Mr. Raylet. So it's pretty much here, Kut. So we're ending after this part, I suppose.
Okay.
What's he doing there?
Do you have a moment,
That's fine.
please, Mr. Holmes?
You need only address me as Holmes.
That's what I just did, isn't it? Well, Mr. Holmes, what were you doing in there?
Why, I was resting, of course.
What?
Hmm?
Resting?
Indeed, I was contemplating our sea voyage from the confines of the wardrobe whilst waiting. Waiting for the inevitable time that you would need to call my great powers of detection into service.
Okay, we're entering the greatest freaking mechanic in this game, in my opinion.
And it would seem that the hour is upon us now. The time has come. Am I mistaken?
Well, not actually. You're spot on, for once.
Observe closely. Our Russian host in this cabin, Mr. Roylott, is clearly trying to hide something. And do you know what is the most effective weapon to use against a Russian hiding a secret? Why? The truth, of course. Though it should be pointed out that such methods are not exclusively for the Russians.
Right.
Can you imagine how the Russian will react when the secret he guards so closely is exposed? Would you like to witness it?
Yes, please.
Well then, what you are about to see may well astound you. For I am about to apply my great detective's greatly admired great deduction to the case. God.
Okay, I love this mechanic of the game, so enjoy.
Could this man be a more hackneyed portrayal of a dubious Russian, I ask you?
What?
From time to time it occurs to me. Is the fellow dubious on account of his Russianness, or Russian on account of his dubiousness?
What?
I really don't think either of those things should be occurring to you or anyone.
That's right. Mr. Holmes. I know this man's spirit and our classes are tenure, especially on first meeting, but once I once read, it is a capital mistake to the risk before you have all the evidence. It bases the judgment.
I must have complete silence. Damn.
What are you doing? Why are you peering at my face like that?
Just as I thought. Yes, I have quite made up my mind now. There can be no other explanation that accommodates all the facts. Mr. Roylott, I have reached two incontrovertible conclusions.
What do you mean?
Number one, your true identity is that of a villain. God. Using those shears, you're about to end the existence of something most dear. Okay.
The
Are
beard?
you not? And number two, the other conclusion I have drawn. You are, at this very moment no less, in the midst of committing a most grievous crime. Beneath that beard, your mouth quivers with nervous tension as you realize you have been discovered. Does it not? So dumb.
Never understand. I never imagined I would witness it. I can do this. I would witness one of Mr. Holmes' great deduction with my own eyes.
You said it kind of right in the first time. Witness.
Yeah, it's witness. You got it.
Witness? Okay.
That
Sorry, I'm also
was
eating.
a great deduction.
Give me a second. So cold. I'm dying.
Chocolate?
Brain freeze.
Are you saying chocolate?
Ice cream.
Ice cream.
But chocolate. Oh.
Brain freeze.
No,
Okay.
don't eat too fast.
Yeah, because I wanted to read it, so I just put all the thing in my mouth, but it was too big and cold, and it was like dying. Anyway, I can read now. Maybe it can deceive Mr. Holmes. In a single glance, it can lose all there is to know about a person.
What? That in Ineffable,
Ineffable twaddle.
ineffable bottle.
Whatever that means.
Uh,
Yes, I've heard about it countless times in the adventures of Sherlock Holmes, and now I've experienced the astonishing impact of his great deduction my first hand. This is like a dream come true.
I can hardly believe it, but all the color has drained from Mr. Rylett's face. Looks like somehow both Mr. Holmes's conclusions were right.
How? How could you?
How could I possibly know such things, you would say? Very well then, I shall elucidate. I shall explain how it was that I arrived at this pair of conclusions. So, do I cordially invite you upon a journey of logical discovery? Let us board the train of reasoning. God.
Why do you not like Holmes here?
Put plainly, let us work through my deductions together. Well, he's an idiot, but I love him.
He's a lovable
He's a
idiot.
himbo.
Yeah, no, he's not a himbo. He's a himbim.
The great deduction.
A
the
himbim?
game is a put.
As Kip Kat puts it, himbim is like when you're a himbo, but you're not very muscular. or big.
Okay.
Mhm.
So
Okay, I
he's
like
dumb and
that.
kind, but he's not big. So
Okay,
he's
it's
a
not
himbim.
big. Himbim.
So the dubious-looking Russian, Mr. Roylott, obviously what catches the eye in the first place. Is that enormous pair of shears in your hand. Now we ask ourselves, what could you possibly want with such an implement? The answer, of course, is staring us right in the face. You were on the verge of using the shears to cut away the copious beard you sport.
That's what I said.
Ah.
I love how cinematic
question
this
then.
is, dude.
Yeah.
Mm.
The question then begged is this. Why would you desire to rid yourself of that magnificent beard, Mr. Roylott? Once again, the answer is plain. We have clear evidence to shed light on the matter.
Because this picture was on the newspaper.
Regard, if you will, this morning's newspaper, in particular the fascinating front page article. Which it would appear you have read also, Mr. Roylott. I'm sure it needs no further clarification. The evidence that reveals your true identity is the article about the revolutionary.
Duh?
Um,
Oh yeah.
No.
In translation, the headline reads, Revolutionary villain Bolshevik flees Russia via Shanghai. Ah. As you cannot fail to observe, the subject of the article possesses an extremely copious beard. Having noted the article yourself, you decided to remove your incriminating facial hair before it gave you away. In short, your true identity is beyond doubt. You were the fearsome Russian revolutionary himself, Villain Bolshevik.
Villain
Not that
Bolshevik.
I've heard of you myself, you understand. Oh my god.
Mm-hmm.
topic 2. Wrongdoing.
Now, for my second conclusion. You are, at this very moment, on the brink of committing a most grievous crime. And the proof of this crime, over there. Oh yes, Mr. Roylott. Taken unawares, people have a propensity to let their eyes stray, you see.
Ah!
And I assure you the eyes speak so much more eloquently and honestly than the mouth. The answer we seek lies where the furtive glance falls. The proof of your crime sits before our very eyes. Yes, that traveling case. It is time, I think, that the case be opened and its contents laid bare.
No, I refuse.
What could you possibly be concealing inside, we ask? By my estimation, a young lady, perhaps. One slight enough to fit their own. Oh my god.
How small is that lady then?
Honestly. Don't be
It will be a
absurd.
bad.
And what, pray, would be the identity of this young lady in the traveling case? What if she was just like a really, like, skilled contortionist?
Maybe.
Maybe.
Dear me.
Perfect fit for my circus, though.
Yeah.
Okay, soon. Okay, we're almost done. Yeah, here. Okay, sorry, it's my dad.
I understood.
We are not well suited to a life of crime, are we? Your careless kudo? Kudoe? What?
What?
I
French?
think it's French, so.
I know it's French, but I'm like, usually it's coup d'etat.
Coup d'etat, yeah.
Trace.
So-
Yeah.
There we go. Once again, we need only follow your furtive glance to find the answer. Yes, the reason you refuse to open your traveling case can equally be found in the pages of this newspaper. What, is it the fucking ballerina he thinks is in there? There's
Apparently.
another
Yeah.
most stimulating article. If we turn from the fleeing revolutionary to the back page.
Oh my god, it's really the ballerina. She's a contortionist.
I,
Renowned prima ballerina of the Novivik Ballet disappears from Shanghai. Such a headline can lead us to but one conclusion. Your crime is that of abduction. And according to the article, the young lady's name is Nikolina Pavlova.
conclusion: kidnapping of a young ballerina.
This concludes Sherlock Holmes' great deduction of this Russian enigma. Elementsky.
Elemensky!
Susato-san, that wasn't one of his great deductions I've been hearing about so much, was it?
The stories are full of Mr. Ohm's brilliant deduction, you know? Deductions. But that... It seemed a little different somehow.
Excuse me, Mr. Holmes. Could you come over here for a moment?
Right, what can I do for you?
It's about your deductions. Would you mind?
Not at all. Go on.
Well, to start with, there's this there's the newspaper article. I think we had the same deduction discussion before, but those two men are nothing like each other.
Ah, yes, I recall our discussion earlier, and at the time I believe I told you that that the man is a revolutionary, well able to revolutionize his own appearance.
Plastic surgery?
So stupid. In fairness to Mr. Ohms, Mr. Rylot does look more like this man than you do. I mean, that's
That's
true,
not the point.
Yeah.
And another
And
thing,
another thing. Oh, sorry. That
the
was you.
part about
Ah!
him abducting a ballerina. This is your part.
Indeed, a truly startling revelation. At first glance, the case would appear too small to accommodate a young woman.
Not just a first glance, it is too small, clearly. You'd be lucky to fit a 5-year-old and a child into this case, even if you pushed really hard.
You're supposed to missing ballerina is a 5 years year old child, is she? Is she? Sorry.
You mean you don't know? No, the young lady is 15.
No, I didn't know. How could I?
Well, if she's 15, then 10 years worth of arrow will be poking out from the cave.
Where is this going?
Good.
Some
Mr.
years ago,
Elms?
I've read something pertinent, I believe. A troop of men consuming vinegar daily in order to promote a certain liveliness in their bodies. Oh god.
Vinegar?
For such a sour bunch, it would surely be simplicity itself to contort oneself into the confines of that small case.
Oh dear, you might be thinking about contortionists in the circus, Mr. Elms.
This whole thing is turning into a circus.
Welcome to the circus.
Mr. Naruhodo, something's occurred to me about Mr. Elms' deduction just now. I think his power of observation are, well, magical. His eyes cut to the earth of a matter almost instantly.
Absolutely not.
It's just redirects his attention and his logic that seems a little off.
Your idea of a little may be a little off itself, Miss Susato.
It's just one or two keywords in his deductions that seem to let him down. So I was wondering if we might perhaps tactfully switch them for alternatives? What do you think?
Switch some keywords into it in his deductions.
Yes, but very tactfully. I feel sure if we could do that, we'd unlock the true genius of Mr. Arm's great deductions.
Precisely the thought that was going through my own mind.
This man's a lot of work.
At times, I wonder how anyone puts up with me.
Same.
It's not that funny.
Ah, and you, my good fellow.
Sorry?
Take a moment to look at your wrists.
My wrists?
What?
Well, where are your handcuffs?
How,
It really is the circus.
how did...
Magic trick.
I felt they may hinder your ability to follow me in our dance of deduction.
I don't believe it.
Mr. Arms, you are a marvel.
And don't worry, I shall restore the shackles to your wrists when we are finished.
I'm not worried. In fact, I'd rather stay like this.
So, let us begin. Sherlock Holmes is proud to present his logic and reasoning spectacular.
Oh.
Course correction. Hold it, Mr. Holmes.
Alright, we're gonna need to, like, pick it up a little bit, because I'm getting bothered by family now.
Oh, okay. Let me see if I can save in this point. Yeah, we can. Okay. Then we'll pick it up at the great logic part. I'm sorry to have kept you.
So early.
No, I'm
Actually,
sorry to have stopped you. That took longer
Dad's
than
like,
I
"We're having
thought
dinner.
as well.
Get in here. Food's getting cold. You know, the kind of parent that says the food's getting cold after like 2 minutes.
So, okay. Uh, I'll do the Ara soon, Kuru.
Yes, I need to hear it.
For now, thanks for joining me, Kuts. You can just leave if you want. We'll close up the stream here.
Bye, everyone.
Bye. Have a nice dinner.
Yeah, have a nice dinner.
Good night, guys.
See you next week.
And okay, for now I've closed the game, and then I'll just do the Ara and then close it off, I suppose. I don't know how good my Ara will be with my stuffed nose and everything, but Ara.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
No
That was a
problem.
blessing.
Do I have enough points to redeem something? Let me look.
You probably have, right? I mean, you have been tuning into.
Another ara.
Let's see.
I could go for another one.
You don't have much redeems yet.
I don't have much yet, no. To be honest, I still need to work on this. Kind of need to get more ideas on what redeems I should take.
Will the Chibihita make you change your voice too?
Not really. I just have a
Oh.
PNG of GBB that Ina made.
Then I'll just go with the posture check for now.
Okay.
It's important. I
properly.
will do that too.
Okay.
I was
I'm
all
not sitting
crooked.
properly.
Yes.
Well then,
was
I
all
hope you
crooked on
guys
myself.
kind of enjoyed this episode though. It's an full investigation kind of like episode, so.
Yes, I love this kind of episodes. I mean,
Yeah.
I love investigation.
I kinda hate
methods.
Sherlock Holmes, to be honest.
You hate him?
I don't like him, honestly.
I thought it will be different.
Right?
So
I
it's
like
very strange.
I
but
like his
it's interesting.
Kinda
deduction.
disappointing.
I like his deduction kind of mechanic, which we just entered. So we just need to get there next episode.
Yeah. I do enjoy the game though, in general. It's
In my
fun.
opinion, Sherlock Holmes is the best character, but because he is totally different from the real depictions of Sherlock Holmes. Like he is really smart and observant, and can deduce the right things if he's pointed towards the right things as well, which
Yeah,
is what
just like a
we're,
baby.
which is in my mind the reason why Watson was his partner.
Yeah,
Watson
that's what
was
I was
probably-
thinking. I was thinking
Watson
oh,
was
maybe
probably
Watson
the
was
one
like,
who
yeah.
was pointing Holmes to the right direction.
Yeah,
And now
that's what I
that
thought
he,
as well.
now that he doesn't have Watson, he's just kind of lost.
Is a loose baby. Like, you know how they keep like the leashes on kids? Like he's lost his leash.
Mm.
For a baby Sherlock.
Baby Sherlock.
But anyway, thanks for everyone who joined in to this show,
Thank
to this
you.
episode of
Are we rating?
The Great Ace Attorney. We should raid, yes. Let me
Yes.
check who we are able to raid, who is online at the moment. Who that I'm following is... Ooh, okay. We're gonna raid Yumiko, who is playing Scarlet Nexus. I was supposed to call... Oh no, I know even better. My husband.
Oh, husband.
Yuki Ojo-sama.
Oh,
Yuki Osama.
Prince.
Kinda. Raid you. I never really got to get into one of his her like live streams. So It's kind of fun to actually raid her.
That's
Anyway,
good.
thanks for everyone who joined this circus. We're gonna
Yeah.
rate Yuki,
Thank you,
and
everybody.
I'll see you guys next week again for Ace Attorney. And
Yes.
hopefully next week I'm also better with my voice and everything.
Yeah.
Man, being
Hopefully.
Yes.
stuffed up is not really nice.
Actually, it
for voices.
wasn't that. Like the sound wasn't that different, but
I had
if
to
it's
mute.
arcing-
I had to mute myself so many times for coughing loudly and sniffing my nose every now and again. It was terrible, kind of.
Oh, I hope you feel better soon.
Yeah, me too.
In general, I feel better than I was yesterday, but just the
that's
stuffed
good.
nose and everything. So
But we want you to feel even better.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah, thank you. Anyway, we're gonna rate now. Thank you for joining, and we'll see you next time. Let's go for a circus raid. Just, I don't have any emotes or whatever that we can fit in there, so just circus raid is good to type in. Okay, see you next next time, guys. And we're there. They're playing plug and play.